Good night. So this will be a microscopic examination of two slides, painted with red and blue, taken from the crucible. It was burning and with the symbols of the trend bacteria without magnification arc. The intention was to use the heavy mixture with many neos that we've seen in order to produce trend bacteria, not necessarily big ones, but actually small ones. I left it, it was resting for the last 2 hours or so, to let it but actually the samples were taken, not long after, it stopped burning. Anyway, what we might see is, according to the symbols, trend bacteria, but not, big ones, maybe very small ones and undeveloped. There is a chance that they're actually there, but so small that we cannot even watch it under the microscope. It can happen. The trend bacteria, should be said that it's not always visible under the microscope. The big trends that you see in this channel, they are huge. Even like colossal. Compared to what you can find in the body of humans and titans. But again, they are not for my body or for any other person's body. They are always created in the laboratory. In any case, let's take a look. In any case, I think that the best way to continue from here is to just do the same, add stuff to the crucibles, like the below, the burning ones, the symbols, but now use the background, which is with magnification arc. It's probably what I'll do anyway, whatever the result is, even if we see or don't see trend bacteria, because just, that's what the sort. I start without the magnification arc and then add the magnification arc. I should say that I've changed, so I found these two ceramic cups or bowls among my other stuff, and so I'll use these ones. They are better because they are made of ceramic, so it's not conductive, and I've also changed the grill. Now it's plastic, so there will be no kind of so if we see DC over here, nobody will be able to say there is circle with transmission of electricity. I don't know what. Although I changed the symbols below a little bit. First of all, everything is encircled with this black thing, and I need to paint it a little bit because if it's just black, it's like has been, and we don't want it to be alive. So I'll add circles in silver or maybe other bright material, and this should symbol like a big neo. I just recall that in the two experiments that are documented, DC over air from February and the previous one from January, the DC over air was actually demonstrated when the two containers were on top of a big symbol of a Nero. I forgot it. And it might be required, that they will both sit on top of a gate symbol. It might be needed to demonstrate the transfer. I'm not sure, maybe. And also inside we see other symbols of the Nero. The most important is the one that will be connected to AC or just DC. We'll think about it in order to energize it, to make it more, I would say, effective. And again, we will start with the electrolysis in both, two parallel electrolysis, with 4 poles, 2 in each one. And then we will, I'll mix the results and place just one electrolysis, circle, but one pole in this one and one pole in the other one. We should hopefully see electrolysis going on over air. Maybe I'll start with just, without parallelization, and maybe I'll add parallelization later, of the poles. So that's the idea. The idea is to use mostly salt water with a little bit of the stuff from the earlier electrolysis experiment, but mostly salt water. So let's start with the blue one. You see Nero's tremendously less than before might be attributed to the slide being too dense, like it's difficult to focus. I might prepare like another sample now, and which will be less kind of like bulky. Because it was tremendously less than before. It's a question like why? So we still see some. I mean, it's not that we don't see any. We do see, I mean in 160 magnification, you see tremendously more than in the 64. So it's not void of Neros. I mean, you do see quite a bit. Little less than before, but we do see quite a bit. Just a second. So it's too a little, I mean, we do see all sort of, Neros, both fat ones, thin ones, all sort of, not as much as we've seen in the other one, like in the previous ones, but still quite rich, like, mixture. What we don't see is trained bacteria. Now, they might be just very small. They might not, like, it might be all sort of like the little things that we see that are just not, not, for example, here, I mean, you can watch like a Neo walking on something that looks like a microbe, but not specifically a trained bacteria, just, I mean, strings, all sort of strings. Anyway, I mean, we see enough Neos for me to know that, I mean, yes, this mixture is very rich in Neos, both big and small ones. So I'm not too worried to continue to the next step, which of course builds on that. There are Neos here, but there are Neos here, quite a bit actually. And as I suspected, you cannot really say anything very conclusive regarding trained bacteria because there's so much stuff here, and much of it looks like all sorts of life forms in the making, but I don't see anything that looks like, that have like, the distinctive like beauty and elegance that is admired by so many of the train. Maybe this one? Difficult to tell. Yes, tremendous amount of things that look like organisms, but I mean, we don't see the queen, only maybe contenders to be queen, but well, we don't see the queen. Certainly, we don't see a living one, or we've seen previously that is actually moving and presents. Not actually, the sausages were not impressive, more like bulks, like but certainly in the way to become a nice trained bacteria, and even a big one and moving one. Yeah, so we see many Neros. I mean, I'm satisfied. There wasn't like an extermination event or something. Let's take a look at the red one. 64 magnification. Well, straight from the beginning we see tremendous amount of neros. Very nice. This is also it's too dense, like I mean so much material. So next I'll do it less dense. This looks like something disgusting, but I cannot say what. Probably train, but I'm not sure. This is all very disgusting, but I cannot say what it is. And we do see neros walking on them, but I'm not sure what it is. Maybe train bacteria, maybe not. This is a microbe, but I mean I don't see the sausages. Okay, I mean, definitely no Nero apocalypse, many Neros. This looks like train maybe, I'm not sure. Nice amount of Neros of all shapes and sizes. Candidates to be life forms, but we are not sure about it. Certainly we didn't see a living train bacteria or something that can absolutely be identified as a train bacteria. But I actually expected that because of the removal of the of the magnification arc, which means that it's to be expected according to the laws of the symbolic language that I mean it will produce result much smaller than I mean with the magnification arcs. This was done intentionally, so now let's continue to the next phase. Difficult to focus. Maybe that's train. I'm not sure. And yes, as lesson learned that to make the text samples that with less material and like it will be more kind of like thin and transparent, so we can focus on the stuff. There's too much material here. Okay, I'm satisfied with the result, so we can continue to the next step.